Hello, my name's Sean and I work for CFAS Care, and I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about being a support worker. The reason why I wanted to be a support worker or a carer or somebody who helps individuals like we do is because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. I wanted to go to work and I wanted to do something that was rewarding. There are many different clients I've worked with over the years. I've worked in care for about 20. From people with Alzheimer's and dementia to adults with learning disabilities, some challenging behaviour. And it's really important to try and get them to do as much for themselves and have as much influence in their day-to-day decisions as possible. And that's what we do. The most rewarding part of my job is when you get someone to take full and active part in a part of their life, to participate in some part of whatever they would do on a day-to-day basis. One of my favourite stories was around helping a lady who was in a wheelchair, who had said that she couldn't do any hoovering or doing any housework anymore. And so I thought about this for a minute and I was like, actually what we can do is if you hold the hoover and I hold the wheelchair, and we'll go around the room. And that's what we did. And that then led to this lady having a good laugh, me feeling like I really enjoyed myself. And it was very rewarding. The hardest part of what we do sometimes is actually going home at the end of the day and thinking about whether or not we could have done something better, whether or not something could have gone better. It's very important to be able to have relationships with your managers and things about who you can talk to in those situations. It's very, very difficult sometimes to challenge things. When you're at work and you see something that you don't think is quite right, the hardest thing we have to do is challenge it. The point why you might not know what's going on is because you might not have been told, or someone else might have not explained something to you. So one of the hardest things is having the ability to challenge stuff that we don't think is right. The qualities that somebody needs to be a good carer, when you ask people this, the first thing that a lot of people say is patience. Especially when you're working with people with learning disabilities or dementia, you may end up having the same conversation with the same person over and over and over again. But actually to be able to have the same response over and over and over again takes a lot of patience, being able to be calm, being able to be understanding. There's a word that gets used a lot in care, which is empathy, and understanding what empathy actually is. Empathy is the ability to try and put yourself in the position of the people you're supporting, no matter what their issues or their diagnosis might be. It's about trying to understand how they feel in that moment. And that's an instinctive thing that a lot of us don't always recognise as being a skill. The ability to notice change in someone. Observation is such an underrated thing when it comes to support workers and what their skills actually are. When you notice a difference in someone, your brain has noticed for a reason. It's because something has changed. It's about us being able to write that down, not jump to any conclusions about it, and then act accordingly. And hopefully that way you'll end up with somebody having a better quality of life. These are some of the qualities that I think people have. There are numerous other ones: being a good communicator, being able to listen, lots of things like that. Being a support worker is an amazing privileged job. You get to do lots and lots of wonderful things with everyone. At the heart of the day, it's about making a difference in someone's life. Thank you.